Hi and welcome back. This will be session 7 of MDriven Designer overview. So in this session we should look a bit on images and files and really the blob type. Let's check this attribute that we added long before. Used by, it says it isn't used by anyone, so we can rename that to picture maybe, and the type we do as a blob type. When we have defined an attribute as a blob type, we also get a blob type option to choose from here, and it can be an image or it can just be a blob to keep binary information of some sort in your database, or it can be a sample symbol. Why do we need to state what kind of information it contains? Well, we don't really, we can just leave it blank, but if we do, our view models can make assumption about how to present the information. So that's the main and really the only reason to express what's in this blob. I'm going to say image. So the house has an image, and if I double click on the house, I can see that it's shown in these two view models. So the house view, I'm gonna open that up. There it is, and for that I want to add the image, the picture, and just as before I add it like this, and it was then added for me. Oops. Fit. Where did it go? I can drag it out again if I don't find it. There it is. So zoom in. So that doesn't look like much, but since we know it will be a picture, we should make it a little larger. Maybe we should remove the presentation because this label here isn't doing anything for us. Just setting 0 there, and then that won't render. I'm gonna do it like that, and let's see what happens if we just leave it like this. If we head back to the prototyper and refresh, view, show all houses, click up one house, and then I see a picture and I see a button with 3 dots on it, which leads default to a dialog popping up. And this is actually where I can upload a picture to my database. So I don't have one. Maybe I should find one then. Image of house. Save as a house. Just do this. Yeah, I'm gonna save that, and then I'm gonna open it. Whoa, like that, and then I have it there, and the save state is changed because now the data that forms that image is actually in this attribute. So let's save that. And there are errors, but I want to save it anyway. Okay. If I had set a read-only expression to make it read-only on a picture, what should that really mean? Well, let's find out. Then you don't have the button to allow for edit of the picture. So what we can do is yeah, I was wondering why that one still shows, but I'm gonna null out the presentation. I'm gonna make it bigger, still like that, and then I'm gonna remove the read only. So the exact same way as we treat pictures, we would treat any other type of file that we need to upload, but of course the files won't have a visual representation like the picture does. So if we had changed this one to this one, the blob type, from image to just blob, it would have rendered just a a button to upload a file. And if or download a link to download a file as well. And for the SAML symbol, it will try to look at the data to see if it's compliant SAML, and for the VPF implementation that we use in the prototype, it will try to render that. So that could be good to know. Let's try and have this picture in the report that we did in the last session. So there it is, but it's not in the report. We know that it should probably be called picture, so if we head back to the report template that we had, and we want the picture to, we want to add it somewhere. We would just add another picture. Let's see if I have something that isn't I'm gonna take, okay, that's just the example picture to be a placeholder for the one that we want. And in this, it's actually as an alternative text. So what's the alternative text? It's picture, like that. I'm gonna save the report template and close it, and head back to this and refresh. and for Dulcie Pad you're gonna generate the bill. And what I would have expected was this one to be replaced. I'm gonna see what... wait a minute, we are looking in the wrong place, right? Even if we added the picture attribute here, we haven't added it to the report yet. Rent bill report. Right clicking that to get some help. But I can't get any help because it's far away. Still gonna call it picture, and gonna get the model access. I'm gonna go to lease contract from billable period to the house. So that's the expression I need. Dot picture, like that. Yeah, I was definitely stumped by not seeing the picture here, so I went off camera to search for the problem, and it turns out that I did this wrong. I just copy and paste, but it says it's a collection of pictures, billable period, all instances, lease contract, rental apartments picture. That was not really the intention. The intention was self, the one that we start on, lease contract, rented apartments and picture. So having corrected that and refreshing and Dulcie Pad generate bill, and then we get the picture in our report just like we expected. And so to sum up, we can do pictures and we can do tables and we can do simple values in open document reports of this word type. That means, and what's also important, that we could do a table within another table, nested tables, so that we could do any type of structure with tables. And that is enough to solve, well, I would say all of our reporting needs. Okay. Since we have some time left in this session, I think we should look a bit on documentation. Everything you point at here has a code comment. That's supposed to be a small explanation to what it is that you have designed. If you want to be, you decide how explicit you want to be, how detailed you want to be. Place of living, maybe. And also the attributes and methods and association also has this code comment. This is an image of the house at the address, like that. Or this owned by, maybe. The owned by association, and this is the own. So that's one way to increase the knowledge available in your model. Another way is to point at something and go for this documentation tab. When you click that one, you see that it has an edit box with more rich text editing capabilities, and this one points at house, and this is where tenants live. And if I were to point on anything else, I could write for that, and if I point back I get that text. And this is of course true for all diagram types. So if I point at location, this is geographical place, and maybe I want to underline something or make it bigger, like that. So that's the documentation tab. Once you have done that, you may right click on a class and go for let's see if I can get that one on screen. Functions. I don't think I can get that one on screen. Functions, publish documentation, and then it thinks a bit and suggests to save it. I'm gonna save it where I have the other things. What did I call this? Demo model. And I get a file, an XPS file that looks like this. So it has all the diagrams and all the extra text that I wrote, and the code comments are present in this overview of the model. So that's another way to present your model as a architectural document of some sort. When we come back in the next session, we're gonna run all this in the cloud, in turnkey. But to get that to work, we need a turnkey site that we can log into here. So if you're following along with this, it might be a good idea to get yourself your very own turnkey site. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.